Hello, today I'm going to present you one of my favorite British characters, Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray is the main character from the philosophical fiction book, The Picture of Dorian Gray. This book was written by an Irish author, Oscar Wilde, and published in 1890 in the Lippincott's Monthly Magazine. The interesting fact in this book is that even though it was written by an Irish author, the main character has a lot of British manners and qualities which we can call Britishness. In fact, Britishness is the state of or quality of being British, or of embodying British characteristics. It comprises the claimed qualities that bind and distinguish the British people and form the basis of their unity and identity and the expression of British culture. I will now present you the author of this novel. Oscar Wilde is an Irish author, poet, and playwright. Oscar Wilde was born the 16th of October 1854 and died the 30th of November 1900. He started in the 1880s and the early 1890s as a writer where he tried out different forms of writing. After this experience, he became one of the most famous playwrights in London. He is best remembered for his incredible novel, The Picture of Dorian Gray, which I will describe later. Oscar Wilde was writing during the Victorian era, and his favorite genres were epigrams, drama, short stories, criticism, and journalism. To summarize, we can say that Oscar Wilde was one of the most memorable English authors of the 19th century. Dorian Gray is the main character in Oscar Wilde's novel, The Picture of Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray is an aristocratic Victorian man. He is a very interesting character with a philosophy I appreciate. Dorian is a radiantly handsome, impressionable, and wealthy young gentleman whose portrait the artist Basil Hallward paints. Under the influence of Lord Harry Wotton, Dorian becomes extremely concerned with the transience of his beauty and begins to pursue his own pleasure above all else. He devotes himself to having as many experiences as possible, whether moral or immoral, elegant or sordid. This is a kind of philosophy I appreciate because you take care of yourself before others, and it is something hard to do because everyone looks bad at you afterwards. He exemplifies Britishness in that book because we see that Victorian noble society, which is exactly what was happening back then in the 19th century. We also see that Dorian has a lot of pride and he tends to enhance his quality, which is a trait we find in Britishness. The magical portrait of Dorian is most readily identifiable as a literary Gothic motif, yet in developing his central plot device, Wilde also draws on metaphysical and mystical theories of portraiture current in the British tradition and throughout the history of art. Now, to end, I will describe to you the beginning scene of the novel where we get a description of all characters. When the story starts, we have a quick description of the place and the action. They then present to us three characters which two take place in this scene. We first see Lord Henry Wotton smoking on a divan, watching Basil Hallward making a portrait of Dorian Gray. After a few descriptions, a dialogue between Basil and Lord Henry takes place. The dialogue starts by a compliment of Lord Henry to the painting and saying that Dorian is a handsome young man. Lord Henry then starts asking questions to Basil about Dorian, which is a good friend of the painter. Through this dialogue, we get a very clear description of the royal court, where we see true signs of noble Britishness. The scene is long and introduces us well to the story because it is through the character's point of view and not through the author's description at the beginning of the book. It is an original idea that I have never seen anywhere else. The scene finally ends when Henry learns that Dorian is in the studio near them. After hearing so much from Basil, Lord Henry just wanted to encounter the handsome young man, Dorian Gray. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you appreciated it. You can leave a like, subscribe, and comment if you want more videos like this, and share it to your friends if you think they can learn things from this video.